Hi everyone. Now we are going to learn about heteroboranes in this video. What are heteroboranes? The name itself suggests there is something that is different present in the borane cluster. Hetero means what? Hetero means that one that is different from that is present in the cluster. So initially what is present in the cluster? If it is a borane cluster, then all the atoms that are present in the borane will be boron and hydrogen. Okay, right. If any other atoms that are going to be present in the borane cluster, then we are going to call that those kinds of boranes as heteroboranes. So let us see the definition now. Other atoms such as carbon, sulfur, germanium, etc. can also be substituted in place of boron in any cluster depending on the number of electron count in them. Such boranes are called heteroboranes. It is not that any atom can replace boron. It is not only replacing the boron, it should also take care of the electron count. So in heteroboranes, other than boron atoms, the other atoms such as carbon, sulfur, germanium, phosphorus, nitrogen can also be present. If carbon is present, then the corresponding borane is called carborane. The electron counting schemes can be extended to isoelectronic species as given in the following table. If the electron count is 4, then we are dealing with BH unit, that is 3 electrons from boron and 1 electron from hydrogen. So there are 4 electron count. So now here what are the isoelectronic species here? All these species belong to carbon family or group 14 where the valence electron count is 4. Carbon, silicon, germanium, tin, all these belong to carbon family and their outermost electronic configuration is Ns2, Np2. So the electron count is 4. Next one is BH2 unit. So what is the electron count here? 3 plus 2, 5 is the electron count. So here the atoms that can be replaced are nitrogen, phosphorus and arsenic. All these three belong to nitrogen family and their outermost electronic configuration is Ns2Np3, which means that the electron count is 5. The last one is BH3. What is the electron count? The electron count is 6. So 3 from boron and 3 from hydrogen. So 6 electron count. So here the group 16 elements such as sulfur and selenium with Ns2, Np4 as the valence shell configuration are given. Let us see some examples I have given here. Now let us take the first example. So in the place of carbon, carbon has a 4 electron count. So in the place of carbon, we are going to substitute BH unit because it should have the same number of electron. How many carbons are there? 2. So I am going to put this as BH2. So remaining are written as such and in the place of minus I have written 1 H. Now add all the borons and add all the hydrogens. We get B11H15, which means that this carborane is a nidocluster. Let us take the second one, sulfur B9H11. So sulfur belongs to group 16. That is, the outermost electronic configuration is Ns2Np4 or 6 electron count. So the corresponding 6 electron count on the borane cluster is BH3. So replace sulfur with BH3, count the number of borons and hydrogens. Now we get B10H14, which is also a nidocluster. Now how do we find it as a nidocluster? The difference between the number of boron and number of hydrogen should become 4. Then it becomes a nidocluster. Right? So let us do some problems here. Determine the type of cluster and the framework electron pairs for the following heteroboranes. So the first one is C3B3H7. So in the place of carbon, what we have to substitute? We have to substitute BH because of the 4 electron count. How many carbons are there? 3. So BH thrice. So count all the borons, count all the hydrogens, you get B6H10. The difference is 4. So it's a nido cluster. What is the number of framework electrons? Since it's a nido cluster, it is one vertex less. So the N in the parent polyhedron will be 7 and the framework electrons will be N plus 1 equal to 8. Then the next one is CpB10H11. In the place of carbon, substitute BH. In the place of phosphorus, which is a 5 electron count, substitute BH2. Then count the borons and count the hydrogens. Then find the difference between these two. It comes out to 2. So this cluster belongs to closoborane. So the number of framework electron pairs will be N plus 1. Here, since it's a closoborane, all the corners are occupied. Just add 1 to get the number of framework electrons. Let us take the last one now. Now here germanium is present. In the place of germanium, which is a 4 electron count, belongs to carbon family, BH is written, and for the carbon again BH is written. Count the number of borons and number of hydrogens. It comes out to be a closo structure, and since 12 is the number of boron present in the parent cluster also, the number of framework electron pairs remains at 13. Now what are metalloboranes and metallocarboranes? The carbon in any of the carborane cluster can be replaced with equivalent isolobal organometallic fragment. So now let us now just understand that we are going to see the isoelectric fragment now. That is, we are just going to equate only the number of electrons. We will be seeing in detail about the isolobal analogy in the upcoming videos. Okay. So right now we will understand only the electron count. Okay. If the electron count of the main group cluster is X, then the isolobal organometallic fragment, the electron count will be 10 plus X. Because I am considering the metal now, that means I am considering the d orbitals also. So I need to add the 10 electrons from the d orbitals. So if the main group cluster has the electron count of X, then I have to go for an organometallic fragment which has an electron count of 10 plus X. Now here we will see some of the examples. First one we are going to take BH. So BH is boron 3, hydrogen 1. So 4 electron count. So the transition metal electron count now will be add 10 to this. It becomes 14. So now what is the organometallic fragment that can be replaced here? Now I have given 2. Let us now calculate what is the electron count here. Iron belongs to 8. The number of valence electron that is present on iron is 8 because it is N-1, D6 and Ns2. So 8 electrons are present and 6 electrons are contributed from carbonyl. So 8 plus 6 is equal to 14. Similarly for cobalt, cobalt belongs to it is belong to group 9. So that means N-1 D7 and Ns2 is the outermost electronic configuration for cobalt. So that means 9 electrons are present in its valence shell. To that you add 5 electrons from the cyclopentadienyl group. So what do you get now? 9 plus 5, 14. So this can replace BH here. Similarly, we can replace CH, which has an electron count of 5, with the transition metal electron count of 15. So again, this is going to be 9 plus 6 is equal to 15. So here I have given an example. Let us now take B5H9 cluster. Now this is a nido cluster. Now let us not bother about what it is. Now just concentrate on this. This is a BH unit. Now this BH unit can be replaced by FeCO3. Yeah, when I remove one BH, I get B4H8, and in that place I can put FeCO thrice. Similarly, I can also put CO, eta phi, C5. So B4H8 is retained and eta phi C5, H5 CO is put either on the first position or on the second position. So these are the organometallic derivatives of B5H9. Now let us consider one interesting fact. Now this kind of analogy is very useful for the synthesis of metallocarborane. Consider a nidocarborane with formula C2B9H11 2 minus. Now here it is a nidoborane, so this vertex is empty. If this vertex is empty, the atoms which are present on the surface has the p orbital that are pointing towards the missing vertex. This is very similar to the cyclopentadienyl ring where the p orbitals are protruding out. So this can be now equated. This structure, the structure on the surface of this cluster is very similar to the structure of cyclopentadienyl ring. So now what can be done? So now iron can be replaced, iron can be placed on the carborane now. So in this place, now I can consider the whole unit as the cyclopentadienyl unit. So I can put iron in the middle and one more nido cluster on the top so that I can form a ferrocene-like compound with this formula, that is Fe. The whole group becomes twice 2 minus. And also we can prepare one with the boron carborane cluster, another with the cyclopentadienyl group on the top with the iron in between. So that can also be synthesized. So this is a curious one. You can go and explore many such compounds that are available in the literature. So many transition metal complexes featuring borane and carborane ligands are also known. So the transition metal complexes will have the borane cluster, or the carborane clusters can also be acting as the ligand. So it is not that NO2, it is not that CO, it is not that only nitro group can act as the ligand. Even the whole cluster can act as the ligand, right? So now let us do some problems here. Determine the cluster type of the following metalloboranes are metallocarboranes. B4H6CO CP twice. What is the electron count of CO CP? CO is 9, CP is 5. CP refers to cyclopentadienyl ring. So 14 is the electron count. This is equivalent to 4 electron count because this is a transition metal count. From this you have to subtract 10 electron to get the main group electron count moiety. So it is equivalent to 4 electron count. That means this is equivalent to BH group. So add BH to B4H6. Now we get B6H8 because there are two COCP groups. So this refers to a Closov group. Now here coming to the next one, C2B4H6 nickel phosphine twice. Now what is the electron count here? For nickel, it is N-1 D8 NS2, that means 10 electron count, and 4 electrons are coming from the phosphine group because it's a neutral 2 electron donor. So there are 14 electrons that are present here. So this is equivalent to 4 electron count because we have to subtract 10 electrons to get the main group cluster count. So 4 electrons. So that means again we are landing on the BH group. So substitute BH and then for the place of carbon also you substitute again BH. So now total the boron and total the hydrogen, it becomes B7H9, which is a Closov cluster. Let us now summarize what we have learnt so far in this module. Boranes are clusters of boron hydrides with general formula PHP times HQ times. The structure of borane clusters consists of range of regular polyhedra with n corners and with triangular faces. Boranes are classified into different types on the number of vertices, based on the number of vertices empty in the parent polyhedra. They can be either closo, nido, arachno, hypho, or clado. If all the vertices are occupied, that means if there are no vertices empty, then it is closo. If one vertex empty, then it is nido. If two vertices are empty, then arachno. Then three vertices are empty, hypho. Four vertices are empty, then such kind of clusters will come under the class of clado. The number of framework or skeletal bonding orbitals of any borane cluster will be equal to n plus 1, where n refers to number of corners in the parent polyhedron. So if you are going to refer to any of the borane cluster here, you have to go and find out what is the parent polyhedron, and to that you need to add 1 to get the number of framework or skeletal bonding orbitals. BH unit in any borane cluster can be replaced isoelectronically by other atoms or groups. This results in the formation of heteroboranes. Carboranes consist of carbon in the borane cluster, and metalloboranes contain organometallic fragment equivalent to that of BH fragment in the borane cluster. So now here I have mostly referred to the two books, Purcell and Kotz, Inorganic Chemistry by Purcell and Kotz, and Inorganic Chemistry by Gary Fisher and Tar. Okay, I call it as Maisler and Tar book. Okay, now there are other books also, but most of the problems, most of the materials I have taken from this book. Thank you so much. Please refer the description box for the assignment. Thank you.